and welcome back to DMG. Today we are gathered here to mourn the loss of one HGST Deskstar. I never had the pleasure of getting to know this drive. He died far too young. Now, this drive came from an Optiplex that someone knocked off of a desk, and it came to me because it actually didn't work for a while until I fixed it. Now, the computer was off when it fell, and the heads wouldn't start. Like, I would plug the drive in, the coil, the voice coil, would make a little whine sound, and it would click a few times and then just stop trying, and the drive wouldn't read. So I figured the heads had gone back too far on their load ramp. So what I did is I just gave it a good open palm smack right over the heads, because usually that will actually fix the issue. Do not do that with a powered on landing zone drive, especially a laptop one. You can crash the heads. There was nothing critical on this drive anyway, but it was a lot easier than going through backups to just slap the drive, because it was going to get replaced with an SSD anyway. So my temporary solution worked. This drive actually does still work. It spins up, it reads, and it'll perform a benchmark and write test successfully. But there's only one issue. 16% of this drive is filled with bad blocks, according to HDTune Pro. It vibrates irregularly as well, which is probably another effect of it falling, like 5 feet off of a medium height shelf. But yeah, there's really no use for this drive anymore, and I don't want to accidentally put it in something and then figure out, oh crap, I used that drive, and spend like an hour redoing something with a better one. Now, I actually do have an earlier revision of this drive. I have a 2010 one. The 2014 one on the right here is shinier on the top, and slightly different controller board, but the actual chips and the specs of these drives are the same. These aren't outstanding drives. This is not the world's best drive chassis. I have that whole HGST history video if you do want to go watch that. It's not the best chassis they ever built in, but it is decently reliable. But anyway, we're gonna open it up. I've actually never disassembled a Deskstar in this chassis. So this is my first time on these drives, so do excuse me if I slip up or make some goofy mistakes or can't find a screw or something, because luckily I very infrequently have to disassemble HGST drives for repair. They tend to be the most reliable out of any that I see. It's so much easier to cleanly take off the stickers on the head. I believe under all those meaning two, under these little silver bits there are like filters. I don't think I need to take those off to get the drive open. Stole my screwdriver. There we go. Drive opened, and alright. First, let's look at the lid. Okay, so yeah, filters. You've got a laptop drive sized filter there. That is the exact filter used in most laptop drives. That is very cool. Very interesting. This is when they started to cut costs with the Deskstars series. I suppose in the Ultrastar series drives that were built in this chassis, they did use a bigger filter, or at least I would hope so. There's your usual seal around the edges. In here is your hard drive. Oh, whoops, there's me. Two massively thick platters. Those are way bigger than you usually see. That's interesting. Those are some real chunkster platters. Good lord. We have a lot of screws on the head here. Come on, go back. I think I have I have an older Deskstar here. A older / slightly lower tier Deskstar. We can see this one has larger magnets. We've got the same filter configuration up here. Oh no, that's not good. There's dust all around. How did that even happen? Like, you can see the dust on the edge of the drive there. Now that does not extend past where the seal is, so that's just dust from the case that somehow managed to get in. But that shouldn't have been able to get in the first place. Anyway, this one has way thicker platters. We have a much better designed spindle clamp. 3 screws on the heads. And yeah, this is a 1 terabyte drive, which was a decently high capacity when this was made. That was like, wasn't the highest you could get, but it was certainly pretty big in 2014. And from my understanding, they haven't really revised, or hadn't really revised this chassis since the late 2000s. No, that's not a screw. Here, sorry, I'm gonna keep hitting the camera if I try to unscrew it on camera, so those screws are as tight as they need to be, which is fantastic, but not for our purposes, because I want to take apart this drive. Okay, at the head stop, it looks like we have a magnetic mechanism with a little rubber coating on it to bring the head back to the load ramps. So I don't know how it could have extended too far off the load ramp and gotten stuck, like what happened. Oh, there we go. Yeah, how did that happen? That's very odd. Yeah, I'm not sure how that occurred. And then, of course, we have a piece of rubber there to stop it from overextending and hitting our spindle, which is not a good thing. I mean, like, it's a good thing the rubber is there, but it's not a good thing what would happen if it wasn't there. God damn it. Okay. We will need to take the head out to get the platters out, which entails removing the controller board to get access to the bottom of the head. That is too small of a screwdriver. We will need this bit size. It's using an LSI controller and some Samsung RAM, I believe. Let me look. Yeah, that's a 16 megabyte chip, so this drive has 16 megabytes of cache. Yep, just as I thought. Oh, there's actually 2 down here. I presume this one is for the head, that one has something to do with the magnets. But I'm going to take both out just for good measure. Oh, one of these is probably for the head stop that keeps the head from just falling out. Oh, okay. Yeah, these are built a little differently than what I'm used to, I'm sorry. Now is when I say I have no clue what I'm doing. This needs to come out, but how do I come it out? That is a long screw. Okay, I think our heads are fully detached. There we go, our heads are freed. So are our magnets. Wow. Those are some thick heads. So it looks like we've got a aluminum... Oh, whoops. Anyway, we've got an aluminum case on the heads, mainly built out of aluminum. They're pretty heavy. So I guess that's why it needs the larger voice coil and larger magnets. But we're just going to place these over here and switch back to my smaller bit so I can try and get this platter out. I find that these HGST drives, or their Toshiba counterparts, again, I've never taken apart one in this chassis, but I have done similar chassis. But these HGST drives and their Toshiba counterparts usually have extremely tight screws on the spindle clamp, which, again, that's a very good thing. You want a very consistent tension on everything in a hard drive. A loose screw would cause irregular vibrations and destroy the drive pretty quickly, especially one in an essential place like the spindle clamp. And yeah, I'm sorry I got my Cheeto dust fingers all over the platter. I'll fix that later. That is not coming out. Oh. I'm an idiot. It's probably because of the load ramps. Sorry you're only getting my hand here. There we go. Again, I'm sorry that was so terribly sloppy, but I've never done an HGST drive. We're left with two incredibly thick platters. That's really nice, actually. I like the thicker platters. They make better coasters. And these... Oh yeah, those are metal. There is no chance that these are glass. They're so heavy. Anyway, that is gonna wrap it up for this video. Pretty interesting teardown since, again, I've never worked on an Ultrastar or Deskstar of this class. This is a higher grade Hitachi drive than I've ever dissected. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. As always, tons of other hard drive related content on the channel. Go check it out if you're into this kind of thing. But that's it for this one. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time.